wala pa tayo sa Malaysia. Andito pa lang tayo sa aking apartment dito sa Japan. I just want to let you know that I'm actually going back to the Philippines. And this flight is simply a layover. I have specifically booked this flight because it's way cheaper. And at the same time, it gives me a 19-hour layover in Malaysia. Kaya nga, sobrang naghahanap ako ng mga magkakalapit na mga pwedeng puntahan. And at the same time, I'm really trying to figure out how to put all the things that I want to do in that span of time. 19 hours, dagdag mo na yung tulog ko, yung pag-alis sa airport, pagbalik sa airport. Kaya tignan natin kung makakaya natin lahat ng mga plano ko. Kaya, let's go!
I packed my personal items and placed them in my carry-on baggage, my backpack. I was confident that everything will be permitted in the airport security. I was wrong. Some of them were actually confiscated. My toothpaste, perfume, and other personal belongings were all confiscated. Always check the items in your carry-on baggage. Do not bring containers of liquids larger than 3 ounces. Put your gel, deodorant spray or aerosols, and any form of liquids in your check-in luggage, or be prepared to throw them in the bin. This is actually my first time flying with Malaysia Airlines. All my flights in this holiday will be in the same airline. This is their Airbus A350-900, one of the biggest in their fleet, and we are now entering the business class section. Siyempre, dadaan lang tayo dito. Kala nyo hindi pa natin afford itong part ng eroplanong ito. Soon perhaps. It really surprised me to see how wide the plane is. Despite this, we were really crowded in the economy section. Sitting beside two Japanese guys reminded me of an important lesson about kindness, and that is to be always mindful and considerate of others. Most of us Filipinos can actually picture a scene in a crowded jeepney. Yung tipong 19-seater na sasakyan ay nagiging 21-seater or minsan masigit pa. In this case, dahil sobrang sigip, hindi maiiwasang madadaganan ka ng katabi mo o di kaya ikaw mismo yung dadagan sa kanya. I have never experienced the latter since most of the time ako talaga yung nag-a-adjust. Yung tipong nalalaglag na ako sa upuan, but I wouldn't lean on to the person beside me regardless of his or her gender. But this time around, I was the recipient of the same act of kindness I usually give to others. All throughout my flight, umeffort talaga itong katabi ko na paliitin yung katawan niya para hindi siya sumandal sa akin. Imagine doing that for an 8-hour flight. I, in return, was mindful not to abuse his kindness by leaning towards the window side of the plane para hindi rin ako sumandal sa kanya. This mindfulness in action is very typical among Japanese, but I believe that we Filipinos can actually do the same. be mindful of our surroundings, and always be kind to others, even if they are mere strangers. All the while, I really thought that I would have sufficient time to do all the things I planned out. However, I failed to anticipate a lot of things, one of which is the volume of tourists arriving in the airport since it's a holiday. We landed on time, and there seemed to be few people in KLIA or Terminal 1. So I took the bus to KLIA 2 for the immigration instead of the train, which was way faster. It took me 30 minutes including the waiting time to get there. I was the only person in the bus. Upon arrival, I was surprised to see that there was a long queue for international arrivals. Here I am trying to negotiate if there's an easy way out, but of course there wasn't. Well, to sum it up, it took me 2 hours to go through the immigration. By then, it was already 8 p.m. Move quickly and always be the first to line up for the immigration. I didn't have sufficient Malaysian ringgit with me when I landed. I had around 60 ringgits left from my previous trip to the country way back in 2018. I planned to withdraw from an ATM in the airport. Local banks or bank ATMs provide better currency exchanges. I tried withdrawing from several ATMs, but my attempts were all rejected. With no other choices left, I ended up using the currency exchange kiosk, which obviously did not offer the best exchange rates. Here's the funny thing. While I was already in my hotel taking a shower, I realized that I was trying to withdraw using my credit card instead of my debit card. Minsan talaga mahirap mang aminin pero tatanga-tanga din tayo. Normal lang yan. Avoid the hassle of converting money in airports and losses in currency conversions. Buy local currencies from your trusted bank prior to your flight. Here I am finally arriving at KL Central via bus at 10 p.m. It took me 2 hours, which included the waiting time for the bus's departure from the airport. I am already exhausted. Waiting for my turn at the immigration drained a lot of my energy. On top of that, the long train ride in Tokyo, the 7-hour flight, and the bus ride from the airport were really tiring. Above all, my timeline being ruined gradually derailed my enthusiasm. In my original schedule, I should have arrived here at around 6:30 p.m. Wow! Upon arriving at my hotel at around 10:30, I just wanted to jump to bed and sleep. Planning really works for everything, but cliched as it may sound, always expect the unexpected, especially when you're traveling. There will always be variables that are beyond our control, such as time delays, people, and even our own exhaustion. Despite all these troubles, I decided to forego of the things I planned to do and just go explore the area. I dropped my bag and left to visit the most recognizable landmark of Malaysia, the Petronas Twin Towers. might have seen it up close a couple of times already, but it still doesn't fail to amaze me. I was also able to walk around Bukit Bintang, the main entertainment and shopping district of Kuala Lumpur.
Hi guys, so time check is now 12:30ish in downtown Kuala Lumpur. I just finished checking out Petronas Twin Towers. I decided to eat a restaurant by the road. Kanina napadaan ako dito, and pagbalik ko from Petronas Twin Towers, I just felt really hungry, so I decided to have my first meal of the day. I ordered something like fried rice, chicken fried rice, yeah. Wala ako ibang maisip. I'm just really hungry right now.
As I checked out of my hotel at 6 a.m., I caught a glimpse of this skyscraper. I honestly thought it was weird. It's like one of those towers in a dystopian movie. Later that day, I discovered that it's Merdeka 118. This building completed its construction only recently in 2022. Surprisingly, it's the tallest building in Southeast Asia and is the second tallest building in the world, next to the Burj Khalifa of Dubai. Every time I visit an Asian country, lagi talaga akong napagkakamalang local. This time around, since andito tayo sa Malaysia, mukhang Malaysian tayo. So, while having my breakfast, this young lady was trying to talk to me in Malay. Of course, I had to reply in English and tell her that I am a Filipino. We had a nice conversation, and cut the story short, masarap naman yung order ko. This is Jalan Alor street art. The street art is painted on the walls of high-rise apartments, shops, and buildings, making it a vibrant alleyway that is Instagram-worthy. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. It was an amazing journey. I have never imagined doing all these things in the span of 19 hours. It was tiring, but very fulfilling. Planning all this made me realize how valuable time is. When you are aware that the clock is ticking, you'll really make the most of the time you have. Some plans don't go the way you wanted it, but the planning makes you value what you do with the journey. Meanwhile, when you think that you have all the time in the world to do what you ought to do now, you'll simply end up procrastinating and eventually achieving nothing. You know what? Just do it. See you in the next vlog.